welcome back to my channel. It's been a beat since I've sat down and chatted with you guys, so I just thought I would just do a super quick little update on things. I continue to struggle with motivation, energy, drive right now, and I'm going to place some of that on maybe the world situation that's happening right now, but ultimately I need to do what I know I can do to control that. And so that's kind of where this next goal of mine is going to come into play. So we just came back from a 2-week, I had a 2-week vacation from work, and we just came back from about a 6-day road trip to the Kootenays in BC to hang out with my husband's best friend. It was a wonderful trip, it was a wonderful trip. And we ate whatever we wanted for 6 days and didn't really think twice about a calorie or anything like that. And I have always been overweight, and I have used dieting to help to balance that some. And so before I had my twins and before IVF, my highest weight was about 290. I don't know exactly what my highest weight is because I wasn't on a scale at that point. I just kind of avoided it. And over the last, since I had my twins, and before I had my twins, I've dropped down. At the most I've lost, it was about 90 pounds because I was right down to about 200 pounds. And then, I'm not sure, I was at 201, like so close to going under. And I'm not sure what happened. Like probably some limiting beliefs and deserving issues come to mind, obviously, because I struggle with those. But I allowed myself to start gaining weight. And over the last, I guess, just over a year, I was probably 201 like a year and 3 months ago, I would say. I have yo-yo dieted or yo-yoed my weight between about 205 and 225 using keto and then the opposite of keto. So going on keto for a month or two, getting my weight back down to somewhere where I was comfortable, and then going off plan and eating whatever I wanted, and then I would get on the scale and I'm back at where I am now, basically, and ready to start doing something again. Why I fall off plan is I don't even really know. It's basically for every reason you can think of. Well, not every reason, because I can usually do keto for quite a month before I do it, but a birthday party, some sort of event that's happening with the family, a night out that spirals into weeks of eating poorly, and then before you know it, I'm back up to this weight. And I need to just point out really quickly that I'm not gaining 25 pounds of fat in that time. I typically have, as I'll get into a little bit later, some food tolerance issues. Not typically. I do have food tolerance issues and immune responses to a lot of food. I've had a IgG blood test done by a naturopath who gave me a giant list of foods that I'm quite reactive to. And I can gain 15 pounds of water weight or lose 15 pounds of water weight in 10 days, sometimes less. And I've had 15 pounds of water weight come off in 7 days. Like, it's crazy. To lose 3 or 4 pounds of water weight in a day, it's insane. And not normal. So I fluctuate the weight quite a bit over the last year and a half, and that's not great. And the other thing that happens to me beyond like this, the water weight, the water retention that happens like really bad for me, is my mood destabilizes. So I know that for my personal mindset and my personal success, one of the most important things that I can do for me in self-care is to eat well. And when I do that, I am happier, I have more energy, my mood is more balanced, I'm less reactive as a parent, I'm less reactive as a boss. I'm just basically a way cooler chick when I eat properly. That being said, the first thing I want to do when I am upset is eat. I am an emotional eater, and because I'm an emotional eater and eating poorly spirals into more emotions, I just continue to eat more. And then you add on top of that then the I guess like the sugar response in your body, and then it becomes a hangry situation, and that's not fun for anyone. So what is my solution? I've rambled on for long enough now. So I have decided to commit myself starting tomorrow to 30 days of carnivore. And what is carnivore? If you're watching this, you might have an idea. If you searched carnivore, you would have an idea. If you're just stumbling on my channel and you have no idea, carnivore is a very heavily meat and fat focused diet lifestyle that falls under the ketogenic kind of umbrella. It does the same thing as keto for your blood sugar, in the sense that you're not eating enough carbs to spike any sort of insulin response in your body, and you're not eating enough carbs for your body to use carbohydrates as fuel, so then it adapts to using fat and your own fat stores as fuel, which gives you a very large supply of energy and allows you to eat less frequently and less volume of food, because your body is very capable of just using itself for energy instead of having that very aggressive hunger response to not having any carbohydrate fuel. So that's pretty exciting. What I like about that is just the freedom from hunger, the freedom from that roller coaster ride that is eating a carb-based diet. And why would I now choose, instead of keto, to take it one step further into this carnivore more meat-based diet? That is because, as I mentioned earlier, I have a lot of immune responses to food. And like, I could grab the list and it's just crazy. I don't do well with dairy. I don't do well with gluten. I don't do well with potatoes. I don't do well with some spices. And when I eat those foods, although I can get a lot of the weight loss gains, by eating keto, I still haven't been able to necessarily fix all of the things that I feel like need fixing. I have acne that I would like to get rid of. I have some hormonal balancing issues, I believe, which has resulted in like some very, very thin hair on the top of my head, as well as sometimes some pretty crazy PMS symptoms that my husband loves. Just kidding. So I really want to focus on eating a really clean, very meat-heavy diet. I will be adding an avocado. I am not going to have avocado at every meal, but I believe that there's some really great nutrition found in an avocado that can really help like the things that I'm focusing on, and I do not have an immune response to an avocado, so I feel very safe about bringing those in. I'll continue to eat butter and ghee because I believe that they are some of the best sources of fat for your body, and spices, including garlic, parsley, dill, because my body responds well to those. Thank goodness I couldn't live without garlic. For the first couple weeks, we'll be adding in a ketone drink just to make sure that we are working through the keto flu as gently as possible, as I am sure going straight from this fully sugar carbohydrate diet into Carno could be a bit tricky of a transition, so I just want to be prepared for that. Like I said before, I'm committing to 30 days. I'm going to evaluate after 30 days how my body's feeling and decide from there if that is the way to continue or if I want to just slide back into a more standard keto type lifestyle. And yeah, so that's what's happening with that. I'm really hoping in 30 days to see a more level mood from myself and some better energy, more motivation to do the things that are important to me. I hope to see, obviously, I guess, a little bit of weight loss. As I said before, I retain water like crazy. I can use my rings as a marker for how much water I'm retaining, and when my rings don't slide off easily, I know that there's at least 15 pounds of water there waiting to come off. So that should be super exciting, because everything just feels way better when the water weight goes away. I guess they call this carb face. No one else would probably notice the differences between this face and my not carb face, but I can see a puffiness in my eyes. My face is rounder. Even my double chin is a lot of water and goes much, much smaller when the water weight goes away. If you don't believe me, check in the next couple weeks, as I will be posting a 2-week in video to just say how I'm feeling. After 2 weeks in, I'll be probably transitioning off of the ketone drinks, just so I can remove that artificial sweetener from my diet as well, because I am unsure of any type of reaction there. And getting super clean. The benefits obviously are going to be a bit of a detox happening, as I'll be removing a lot of the processed foods. I don't plan on eating processed meats. We're very lucky to have access to grass-fed cows in abundance, because my husband's mom is a rancher. And so we'll be eating a lot of grass-fed beef and obviously the bacon, all of the bacon in the beginning to just help work through the hunger. Pork rinds are always a good snack. And probably trying to source out some duck eggs, as my son is allergic to regular eggs. And cooking regular eggs all the time gets really annoying when you have to scrub down everything immediately after cooking just to make sure he doesn't get exposed to it. So going to try that, and that is probably everything you need to know for this moment in time. Yeah, that's it. So like this video if you believe the sky is blue. It is blue. I'll like it right now. And subscribe if you are interested in seeing how the next 30 days and possibly much, much longer go on my journey that I'm on. Yeah, that's it. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, what time of day you're at. I hope it's fantastic, and I'll see you next time.